Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode number 4, the Big 4-0. It is a Wednesday. Happy hump day. Today, going to talk about Allen and Ginter 2020. Topps has been teasing the non-sports figures that will be in the set for this year's product that releases next Wednesday. So going to dive into that. Cubs baseball card count stands at 489,826. No mail came yesterday, and I think I'm expecting a couple trade packages here the next couple days. And I haven't bought anything on eBay, so not expecting much yet the rest of this week. So I want to dive into Allen and Ginter 2020. First, I think I'm going to do a couple part series here. I don't want to ramble on about Allen and Ginter, so I want to break this up. So I'm going in maybe tomorrow. I'll talk about Allen and Ginter and what it means to me. But today I want to focus on Topps teasing this year's non-sports people that will be featured in the set. And first off, I want to talk about Allen and Ginter itself, and it's probably the most divisive baseball product that Topps has in its line. And what I mean by that is many people hate Allen and Ginter. Many people love Allen and Ginter. If you are a baseball only collector, Allen and Ginter is not the product for you, because we'll dive into some of this year's subjects. There's some non-sports figures. There's historical figures. There's other sports other than baseball figures that are featured in the set, and there's some insert sets that are rocks and animals, vehicles. So there's a lot of diversity within the product. Now, initially, when I discovered Allen and Ginter 10 years ago, I did not like it for those same reasons, that I was a baseball card collector. I didn't collect football cards. I didn't collect basketball cards. I only wanted baseball. So how was I going to sort, all of these, subjects like Stan Lee? I can't sort him into a team. So he just kind of goes off into this row of a box with random cards with, maybe a non-sports set that I picked up in a baseball card collection. So I just didn't have anywhere to put it. Now I've compiled a whole bunch. And over the years, I've discovered to really love Allen and Ginter. I've come to appreciate it. And even if you are a baseball only collector, many that don't like it say, well, I would rather pull a no-name baseball autograph than an autograph of Spike Lee. Well, I do understand. However, the autograph of the non-baseball players typically sell for 5 to 10x what a baseball autograph, outside your Mike Trouts and superstars such as that. So, your common baseball autograph may sell for $5, but your non-baseball player will sell for $50, maybe $100, depending on the subject. So you can buy a lot of Allen and Ginter baseball autographs for that price. Now, I'm really curious to see how this 2020 Allen and Ginter set sells on the secondary market, because in years past, that has been the case, where the non-sports autographs sell for a premium. The card market has gone absolutely crazy in 2020. Will Allen and Ginter be a part of that, or will it be set aside as, and nobody wants this product because we want all of these shiny things? So will the demand drop and the basic Allen and Ginter collector thrive because the prices will be lower? That remains to be seen. The product releases next Wednesday, so we'll start to see it next week, how the market reacts to Allen and Ginter in this current card market. So I will be interested to follow along. I haven't even looked at prices for hobby boxes because I assume they're super high and I don't want to buy any. But Allen and Ginter traditionally has been a product that I will buy a couple hobby boxes of. It hasn't really priced me out through 2019, but we'll see what 2020 prices are. So maybe this week I'll take a look at that and you know, buy a box or two depending on the cost. So the main topic of discussion today, I just want to focus on Topps releasing some of the subjects that will be in the 2020 product. Again, it releases next Wednesday, the 16th. So Topps has been slow rolling out some of the non, and I have been saying non-sports. There are some sports figures in this. So non-baseball autographs. The first of which was a triumvirate of women's soccer players, and I think these three will be big sellers. The highlights on the non-baseball checklist, and the three are Megan Rapinoe, Brianna Scurry, and Alex Morgan. So I think especially Rapinoe and Morgan, I know they have big followings. I really don't know Brianna Scurry that much, but I think all three of those women's soccer players will do really well on the secondary market. Bucky Lasik is a pro skateboarder, and you may think, well, skateboarders aren't going to sell. And that's what I normally would have thought, but it seems like skateboarding, and ultimate frisbee, they have these small circles of fans, and I guess they're not small, they're larger than I would have thought, because I pulled I think an ultimate frisbee player a few years ago, and the autograph sold for like $100. So that was kind of a nice little surprise. So Bucky Lasik is a skateboarder. Don't really know anything about him, but I'm sure it will be a decent seller. Kelsey Cook, who I don't know anything about her. She's a comedian and a football player. And that's just based on the Topps kind of introduction of her card. So Kelsey Cook, comedian and football player, will be in this year's product. One that I had to Google because the Topps little bio didn't really say much. Maria Pepe, Pepe. Maria Pepe is announced as a baseball pioneer. So I had to actually have a tab open right now. Maria Pepe, baseball pioneer. In just the brief reading, she was maybe the first woman to play Little League Baseball. So she is in this year's product. Spike Lee, that's going to be a big name. Most people know who Spike Lee is, so I think that will command a decent amount. And the Baseball Brit, he's a great follow on Twitter, and he toured America last year talking about baseball. So he is in this year's product as well. So those are the subjects so far that have been announced. It'll be interesting to see who else is announced in the 2020 product. I feel like there's always a decent group of celebrities and non-baseball figures that are good. It's kind of like an ABC tier where there's maybe one or two like Harrison Ford, I would say would be an A-lister, and then B-listers, like on this list, maybe Spike Lee is a B, A or B. I think the women's soccer players, they're probably A-listers on this particular list. And then you have the C-listers who, probably won't command much on the secondary market. Maria Pepe, Kelsey Cook definitely would be on the C list. Baseball Brit and Bucky Lasik, I would probably put those on the B, maybe the C list. I think Bucky Lasik, based on what he'll sell for, will probably be in that mid-tier category. Baseball Brit, maybe on the C list. So it'll be interesting to see who else comes out on this checklist. And if there are any more A-listers, which I assume there'll be at least one or two big names still yet to be announced. So Topps has been slow rolling some of these figures, and I believe the checklist Topps announced yesterday is going to be out in 3 days. So probably Friday, the Allen and Ginter checklist will be out. And then the product, the street date for Allen and Ginter is next Wednesday, September 16th. So that is all I have on Allen and Ginter. I kind of scooped up a couple of topics I wanted to touch on in today's episode. So I may touch on the other in a future episode and not tomorrow. So that's all I had today. Again, no mail yesterday. Cubs card count 489,826. Coming up today, hopefully a package or two arrives in the mail. Had some more eBay sales last night and in the overnight hours, so some more packaging. And I think I have one or two trade packages that I need to get shipped out as well. So that's my plan for today. As always, visit the website 1millioncubs.com. Follow me on Twitter at 1millioncubs. Any questions, drop them here in YouTube chat or reach out to me. Twitter is the best avenue for that. So as always, hey, have a great Wednesday, and I'll be back tomorrow morning.